You've clicked on this video because you know you've made several excuses to not work out. And just by you clicking on this video, this puts you ahead of 99% of people who don't call themselves out. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you why this keeps happening to you and making this mistake over and over again, how this happened to me the other day, and how you're gonna use this one strategy to stop making this excuse every single time you go to the gym. And it's actually pretty easy. So let me explain what happened to me the other day. I took this picture at the gym. I had every excuse to not be there. I was sick. I was sick for the last several days. You can probably even hear it in my voice, hear a little bit of congestion. Not only that, but I was having a little bit of shoulder pain, which was not something that hasn't not happened to me in the past, but this was definitely a little bit worse than normal. It was also a freaking Sunday, so I didn't even really want to be there in general. Typically I work on Saturday, so work out on Saturdays, but I pushed it off till Sunday. And a few workouts prior to this, my legs were so freaking sore now today. So I had 4 excuses, and I could have came up with more excuses to not sit there and go to the gym. And you do this same thing with your diet. You get off late for work and you debate, is it really a good idea for me to go to the gym? You sit there and you debate, is it better to have an extra hour of sleep, or is it better to lack an hour and get up early and go to the gym? You say, I have a lot of work to do late at night, and you say, I'll make the decision in the morning. You get up early the next morning, your alarm goes off, and you hit snooze because you say, I'm too tired to go. You say, I don't have enough time to work out today, and it's worse to go to the gym and only do part of my workout. I'd rather do the whole thing. Now, I want to show you something that is really interesting and why you keep making this mistake over and over again. So here is your path to the gym. To get ready in the morning, it takes you about 5 to 10 minutes. Your drive to the gym, depending on how far you have to go, takes you about 5 to 20 minutes. And then your actual workout at the gym takes you about 30 to 60 minutes, sometimes even more. Because if you have to change, maybe you have to shower when you're at the gym because you're doing it before work. So we'll add even that little plus sign up there that it might be more than 60 minutes. So total within here, we're looking at anywhere from an hour to maybe an hour and a half, maybe even pushing it a little bit further than that. Now, with all of this being said, about 10% of this time is happening right here, right at home. It is happening when you are rolling out of bed, hitting snooze, quickly going and brushing your teeth, maybe wetting your hair down so you don't have your hair sticking up. Then you walk out, get stuff ready to go to work, then maybe you grab a little bit of food, and then you grab some sort of drink or fill your water up, and then you're out the door, grab your coffee, whatever it is. So 10% of this entire thing happens right here. But there is something smaller here that actually makes up probably about 0.001% of your time within this whole time frame here. And this piece here is actually the most difficult part, and it takes the least amount of time. It's not getting ready in the morning, it's not the entire drive to the gym, and it's not the actual workout. It's not the tough part of sitting there, putting that time in and effort for a tough workout. The most difficult part has nothing to do with any of this. It is a 0.0001% within here. And it is simply just making the decision of whether you should go or not. It's rolling out of bed, seeing your alarm clock, and deciding, am I going to go to the gym today or not? That most difficult part is literally just you making the decision to go. There have been multiple times that I have woken up. I've even gotten out of bed, turned the shower on to quickly take a fast shower, and then I've turned it back off because I made the decision to get up, and then I've made another decision of, oh, do I even really want to go today? This is where everyone gets stuck. And this is how you're going to fix it, just using this strategy. And it's going to stop you making every excuse to go to the gym. And now it's going to start resulting into a compounding effect of you getting not only workout progress and workout results, but also if you have a goal of losing weight, getting in shape, this is going to compound into this over the long run, because you know your biggest problem is consistency. I want you to think about it like this. If you are preparing for a presentation, you probably are stressed out from the fact of preparing. You are stressed out from the fact that you just have to get up and speak in front of people, and maybe that makes you nervous, maybe terrified, maybe, or just a little bit nervous, a little anxious for this. But once you start actually doing the presentation, you're in the actual mode of speaking and presenting, you feel a lot better. Or you have that one annoying task that you have to do for work or that has to get done every single week, and you spend more time almost procrastinating, cleaning around the house, finding things to do, when in reality, once you just start the task, you feel much better and you're starting to make progress. Or if you're packing for a vacation, you sit there and keep that suitcase on the side and procrastinate over and over and over again on actually packing, and you wait till the last minute to pack. But then the moment you start packing, it is totally fine. You need to treat yourself like a kid. You need to trick yourself into just starting the actual task, into just getting yourself up and moving. Because once you're able to trick yourself and do this, then all the actual process of doing what you need to be doing, which is going to the gym, starts to get a lot easier. So I want you to try telling yourself this. I want you to trick yourself. I want you to sit here and tell yourself, you can leave when you get to the gym. I just want you to drive to the gym, and when you get there, you can leave. Because guess what? I bet when you get there, you are already gonna say, oh, I've made it this far. I'm just gonna go into the gym and work out. Or try telling yourself, just go to the gym and work out for 15 minutes. After those 15 minutes, if you don't wanna be there, then you can leave. Once again, you're gonna get yourself to the gym, you're gonna get yourself in the door, and once you're rolling, you're not gonna wanna quit. And most likely, you're probably gonna feel better from it. I use this one all the time on myself. I sit there and say, oh, just go do 2 rounds of everything. Typically, I tend to do 3 to 4 rounds or sets of an exercise. So I tell myself, just go in and do 2 sets of everything. Guess what? I either end up doing 100% of it, or if I don't even get to the 100%, I've probably done 3 rounds of everything and maybe only done 2 rounds of the last set. What this is going to do, it is getting you still to do the task. And even if you did 2 sets of everything, it is way better than doing nothing. So what is this solving? This is getting rid of the most difficult piece of this, which is having to make a decision. This is you tricking yourself into eating your vegetables, tricking yourself doing the choo-choo train of food into your mouth. This is you tricking yourself to just get yourself to the gym. Because once you are there, I would guarantee 90 to 100% of the time, you are not only going to finish your workout, but you will probably have some of the best workouts that you've ever had. A lot of times I didn't want to go to the gym, ended up being some of my best workouts because I didn't want to be there. But I ended up feeling so much better from that. I've hit PRs when going on days that I didn't want to. About 1/3 of the time, you're gonna be extremely motivated to go to the gym. It is easy to go during this time. About another 1/3 of the time, you're gonna be somewhat motivated to go to the gym, but maybe really not even. And then about 1/3 of the time, you're not gonna be motivated at all. So 2/3 of the time, you're not really motivated to go to the gym. And when you use these tactics, which is a piece of cake to do, you get rid of all those 2/3, which I think are more important than just that 1/3, because it's easy on that 1/3 of where you're very motivated to go to the gym. If you want more helpful tips like this, I literally have a whole email sequence of 15 to 30 days of giving you tips when it comes to losing weight and getting in the best shape possible, where I send you an email every single day of a new piece of advice to help you with this. You can just click the link in the description. It's gonna be a whole free mini course that's it's attached to. So you're gonna get a whole free mini course, but what you're actually gonna be getting after that is you are getting 15 to 30 days of me sending a new email every single day. Right now I'm on the 15 end. I'm gonna be trying to push this to 30. So by the time you're watching this, there may be 30 emails. So for 30 days straight, I'm giving you a piece of advice. If there's something you want, like I said, just click the link in the description, completely free. And you can always unsubscribe if you want to at any point. It's me just trying to give you helpful advice. Now, if you are someone who is struggling to lose weight and you just keep thinking the answer is to lower your calories even more, before you do that, I want you to watch this next video here and run through this checklist of things that I want you to do before you lower your calories.